How are you? Good. It's wet. The weather's scary. People in Atlanta don't like wet weather. I don't understand that. You're in the South, it's going to happen. Thank you, Colin, Megan, Franklin, and Cleo for having me. Thanks, everybody, for being here tonight. I struggle with writing, like, speeches and whatnot. I do it, but I usually write all these things and then I never follow them. You know, and then I parade myself later, and there's tequila. So, you know, I thought we'd just jump all that and go to the tequila. But part of the reason that I have such a hard time, you know, creating a thought for that time is so many things happen to me in the course of my day, you know, and everything that happens kind of sparks a thought that I want to explore, that sparks another thought, and I'm just a big old attention deficit disorder candidate. I can't concentrate. So, but I do want to talk about a couple of things about as far as my writing. When we were talking about the Queer Literary Festival this year and talking about keynotes, and I was joking at a meeting, and I was like, how about this? How about I go to Ohio, I'll win Women of the World, and then I'll be your keynote. And it was a joke at the time. But then when I went to Ohio to compete, I thought I was registered, I was not. I tried several ways to get in, they did not work. I had resigned myself to, okay, you know, my come to Jesus in a skirt moment. And like, okay, I really love being around poets. Poets are like part of my life support system. I love it. I had to get my head around, okay, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna volunteer. I'm gonna absorb everything that I can absorb. I'm gonna be inspired. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna write some awesome shit. I curse. And it's going to be amazing, you know. And so I resigned myself. I had a little cry for myself in the hotel room, you know. Got myself together, came out, and started doing the workshops. While in the workshop, I had my phone set on pleasure mode. And as it's buzzing in my pocket, I'm trying to ignore it because I'm like, Rachel McGibbons is talking, I need to listen. And so I go out and answer it, and it is 3 hours before the actual bout start. And they call and say, do you want in? So it's like this roller coaster ride. And then I go through this incredible festival, 72 women from around the world. We had Australia representing, we had Egypt. I mean, there was like a real representation of women this year. And to win the whole thing was just like, from the minute they told me I was in, it was like I was walking in this kind of foggy daze where shit was happening. But I wasn't really sure what, but I figured somebody would tell me about it later. And I had a video camera, I was like, we'll just tape it. I'll watch it. So, you know, all these things were happening. It was so overwhelming, and it took me a couple of days to get, when I got back, to actually absorb what was happening. And I had a little bit of a depression thing. But I don't do well with depression. I don't like being cranky, because I don't like cranky people. If I'm one of the cranky people, then I gotta do something about it. Usually just write a poem, and I don't want to bash myself in a poem. I just don't want to do that. I do it enough when I write the damn thing, so I don't want to, you know what I mean? So I had to come out of it and understand that I like being busy. I enjoy sharing my work. I enjoy when people enjoy what I do. I enjoy being inspired by other people, and I'm not inspired if I don't put myself in the way of that. And as I wear all my different hats, you know, as a mom, as a teacher, as an activist, as a pain in my mother's ass sometimes, as, you know, all these things that I do, they all make me who I am, you know. And since I've done away with closets, I don't let people put me back in them, and I'm damn sure not gonna put myself back in one. And I feel like every time I close myself down, that's kind of what I'm doing. So I work really, really hard not to do that. So on that note, I'm going to do some poems for you, because I think, you know, my poetry, basically, I write from my own experiences. And I write about the things that impact me or that I'm moved by. Things that concern me, things that piss me off, all these things that are me, you know. And I have conversations with people constantly. I had somebody send me a note on FaceCrack, and I think they thought they were being nice, and I think they thought they were saving me from myself. But they saw fit to point out that I'm an educator, and I work with children, and maybe I should consider not being so out. And I'm like, I'm sorry. What does that mean? You know, and then this J. Crew ad thing came out, and people went ape shit over pink fingernail polish, and I insanely entered one of these conversations thinking I was talking to people, you know, that are not middle schoolers, and got into this crazy conversation, you know, about gender and things that turn you into things. And I mean, I have these conversations with middle schoolers all the time, and you know, I just don't appreciate it when an adult brings it to me. So of course I had to write a poem about it, and it's a new poem, and I want to share it, and it's called